This video is for all my lovely girls who DM'd me, especially on Instagram, asking to tell me about my kimono experience in Japan. So, a few weeks ago, I had posted this video, which is experiences in Japan that you must do. And in that was the kimono experience. I did not tell a lot about it, I just told that you should totally do this while you are in Japan. And a lot of you DM me asking how much was the price, how did I book the experience, did I also take a photo shoot like a professional photographer with me, what happened, how it happened, everything I'm going to answer today. So probably have a drink, have a matcha, and sit back and relax because I am going to answer all your questions today. So let's start. So the first question was, how did I book this experience? I did it via Get Your Guide. I will post my experiences here, but this is no way sponsored. I searched for this one and I booked it. There are a lot of other experiences as well on Klook app, something like that. I will put it again here, so you can book those as well. So just look at which one suits you and what kind of kimono experience you would like to have and book that one. So the kind of the kimono experience, there are a lot of them. Some come with tea ceremony, some come with calligraphy, some are just kimono dressing up, some come with makeup, some come with hair and accessories. So before you book an experience, just look at it properly to see what exactly you want and what exactly is included and what you are paying for and what is not included or what is excluded. Okay, so from my experience, the one that I had booked, what was included was that a kimono and also the clothes inside the kimono. You have to wear different clothes, shoes, or whatever the Japanese shoes sort of. I did not use it, but still that was included. Then what was included was accessories, that is a purse or an umbrella, and also the fan, the Japanese fan. And what was included was hair. Makeup was not included, hair was included, and I decided that I'll do my makeup by myself. And I booked this one because it was the cheapest one, and I was fine with it. Okay, so before you book an experience, look what's included. Just don't end up fighting with them later. Okay. And also, when I booked this experience on Get Your Guide, when I went to the last step, it asked me what time slots were open and what time slot I would be interested in. So I think I took 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock time slot. But please remember, in the same ad, same experience, there is a time that you have to return your kimono. Please don't be that person who roams around with kimono after their time and they have to fine you or call the police or something like that. Please be a good responsible tourist and return the kimono on time. So my return time was 5 or 5:30, so I wanted a lot of time with that kimono. So I booked the beginning slot at 10 or 11. Initially, I had booked it at 8 or 8:30, but the previous day we were so tired that I knew that I cannot totally get up very early in the morning and go for this experience. So that's why I booked the 11 a.m. slot. Okay, so these are all the pre-work that I did before I flew to Japan. Also, it is not necessary to book an experience already before going to Japan. You can go there to Kyoto. There are so many kimono stores and kimono experiences. You can directly walk into one of them, but I like to be more organized, so that's why I booked it online on Get Your Guide. On the day of our appointment, we had to take along with us printed copy or on your phone a copy of this confirmation of your booking and just walk. When we went there, first we had to show our confirmation, and after that they let me choose whichever kimono that I wanted to wear. Okay. So this took me, I think, half an hour because everything was so beautiful that I was going on and on and on. And finally, I selected my kimono. After that, I had to also select my belt on the kimono. So I spent good amount, like 10 minutes on that one. That was quick. I picked my belt, and after that, they put all of your things in a bag. So whatever you're wearing, your shoes and everything in a bag, and they give you a bag number, and then you go inside, and two ladies, they dress you up. For me, it was a very old Japanese grandmom. He dressed me up. So that was really special for me. That was a beautiful experience for me. So she dressed me up. So they make you wear the kimono, and that is the first part. Then you come out, and after that they do the final touch up of doing the belt and tying different things over the belt, and everything is done later. After that, you go to the next step, that is selecting your hairstyle. So there are 6 hairstyles that they usually do, and you have to select which hairstyle do you want. On based on that, they will do your hairstyle. And also the hair accessories, you can choose them whichever you want. I chose which I wanted, and which was matching with my kimono. And after that, they do your hair. Once that is done, you can select your other accessories. That is, if you want to have a purse, then you can select that. You can select your shoes, umbrella, and fan. But for umbrella and fan, please make a point, if you they will give it to you only if you ask. So they did not give me an umbrella or a fan initially. It was just a purse, and then I asked them, do you have an umbrella, do you have an umbrella? And then they gave me one. And later on, I was on call with my mom, and she told me, where's the Japanese fan? And then I realized that they did not give me that. So I went back to the store and asked them for a fan, and then they gave me that as well. So please ask for things like fan and umbrella, because even though it's included, they just don't hand it over to you. You have to ask. Okay. After all of this is done, you have your kimono. You can walk around and do whatever you want in that kimono. Just don't drop food on it. And yeah, that's common sense, right? Just don't drop food on it. But you can walk around, you can click pictures, you can do photo shoot, you can do whatever you want. Okay. So what I did was, the kimono guy asked us to go to the most famous temple in Kyoto, but it was already 11 o'clock. You know how the rush will be. You can see here, I'll put it here, the rush was too much. So, what we decided was, on Google Maps, I zoomed in and I searched for some temples near the kimono experience place, because Kyoto is full of temples, and I chose three temples, which was near the kimono experience place, which was not famous. So when it is not famous, it is not crowded, then you can click your photos peacefully, you can do videos, you can do takes, retakes, everything, right? So that was my plan. So I chose 3 non-touristy temples, and we went there for photos. And also, do you need a photographer? I did not hire a photographer. My photographer is right here in front of me, my tripod. That was my photographer. So I did not hire a photographer, but if you want to hire a photographer, then good for you. But I did not hire a photographer. And also, I chose these not famous temples very close to the kimono place, because walking in that dress in that heat was very, very tiring. So that's why we chose 3 temples close by, which were not famous. And we walked to these temples and clicked as many pictures and videos as we wanted with our tripod. So I used different accessories, sometimes my umbrella, sometimes my fan, sometimes with the purse, couple pictures, not non-couple, single pictures, everything we clicked. And by 4 o'clock, we were super hungry. Okay. So by 4 o'clock, we were super hungry. So we came back, gave them our dress, we got our clothes back, and then we went to eat. So that is about my kimono experience in Japan. Let me quickly tell you about my husband. So we had to book these experiences twice, once for me and once for my husband. For my husband, what was included was, as soon as he walked in, he was also asked to choose his kimono. So he did that within 5 minutes. I don't know how. I took like half an hour to select, and he did it within 5 minutes, and he was holding his. So the ladies dressed him up as well, and then the accessory he got was a purse. So that's it. That's all about my husband. So book 2 of these experiences, and then you both go at the same time, get your dressing done, and get your pictures clicked. So that's all that this experience was about, but totally worth it if you ask me. So my experiences with them, that was Momo Kimono Rental, was really good. I would highly recommend them. This is not paid; they are not paying me. And if you have any more questions, further questions, of course you know how to slide into my DMs, right, on Instagram. Also, you can put them in the comments. And thanks for watching. And please subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. And see you again. Bye.